Hi, everyone. Welcome to my YouTube channel, Chats with Nova, and I am live with my first guest, Chidobe Awuzie.
What's up, y'all? It's your boy Cheeto. Me and Miss Nova. I guess as she goes by now, we go way back. So I'm happy to be here.
Yes. How are you doing today?
I'm doing real good. I'm doing good.
That's good.
Yeah.
So what have you been doing to keep you sane during this quarantine?
Whew. I mean, quarantine been tough. Obviously on a lot of people. I've experienced, the good side and the bad side. Obviously being able to, just be by yourself and really, learn about yourself or learn new techniques in my craft, obviously in football, learning new hobbies and stuff like that. But then obviously people I know who gotten sick, who are close to me too. And, I've seen the bad part of it. So I think the biggest thing that's been keeping me sane is just, having a strong support system. Obviously my family and all my friends that I care about, they really been, we've really been tapping in with each other a lot more now, seeing how precious life is. So I think that's the biggest thing that kept me sane.
That's amazing. And I
Yeah.
think you were injured for a little bit. How did it feel to be back on the field?
Oh no, I felt good. It's obviously been a minute. It was about 2 months since I played football, and
Hmm.
right in the middle of the season, you're preparing all off season, and then you have an injury, and it's like you got to go back to square one. So I was a little rusty, I would say, and felt a little weird out there at first. But then as the game gone on, I started feeling like myself again. And again on Thursday, we have a quick turnaround. I have another chance to feel confident and do what I do.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Um, So, what are your plans for the holidays?
The holidays, my mom is here. My dad's basically the whole family. So my mom, dad, brother, sister. Um,
Mhm.
they all been tested, so we're all clean. And the plan is to basically celebrate Thanksgiving together. I don't think they'll be coming to the game on Thursday, but after cook, spend some family time, and then I think my mom and my brother are gonna stay till Christmas as well.
Oh,
So but
that's-
yeah, they're gonna be out here for like a month, so it's gonna be big family time.
speaking about cooking, what's your favorite dish?
You said what?
What's your favorite dish? What's your favorite food?
Oh, favorite food? I'm like, we Nigerian. I mean, I have to shout it out. It got to be either some fufu with a goosey soup or
Mhm.
jollof rice with some beef or some chicken, whatever it is. Every time I kind of steer away, obviously I'm out here in Dallas by myself, so I eat a lot of different foods, but I always get that like craving or that itch to have some homegrown Nigerian food. So I
Mhm.
always be calling my mom, to come back out here and make it for me, and she always does. So that's definitely probably my favorite dish, Nigerian food.
You speaking about living by yourself. The ladies have been asking me, are you single?
No, I'm not single.
Oh, oh,
Yeah, yeah, I'm not single. I would say I'm more in I definitely in quarantine. I needed a support system, and um,
mhm.
someone who's been in my life came back into my life, and
Mhm.
our bond grew stronger and all that stuff. So, um, yeah, she helped me a lot during that time, and obviously now. So, sorry, ladies, I'm not single.
Maybe next time, just make sure you know how to cook good jollof rice for him, and
That's
maybe.
what it is. That's what got me right there.
Um. Okay, so how did it feel when you got drafted?
It felt great. I have an interesting story actually. So, my whole life, obviously, I wanted to be a football player. I'm here now, and that was my
Mhm.
dream. But when I was coming out of college, I always told myself I'm never gonna go to the draft.
Yeah.
I want to be at the house. I want to celebrate with my family. I don't want to expect nothing. But then my agent, who I had just signed with, called me and was like, "Yo, you're one of 25 guys who got invited to go to Philadelphia for the draft." And
Yeah.
I'm like, "Man, I don't really like the spotlight like that. Like, I don't really want to go." He's like, "Man, sometimes you could trick these NFL GMs into taking you in the first round because once you're there, it's only a certain amount of people that's there, and you get to meet a lot of people, and there's marketing opportunities." And then I was like, "Whatever, then I'll go." So then it was me, my family, which I mentioned, my college coach, and a couple of my friends that I grew up with, or family members pretty much now that I grew up with, who were there. And, you know, I got all the experience, met all the guys, met all the marketing opportunities and all that stuff. But then when the draft actually came, you know, I was sitting in the green room like the whole time. Like I got drafted in the second round. So then like it was me and like I think two other guys or one other guy, Kevin King, the corner who plays on Green Bay Packers now. It was us two who waited the whole first round and our name didn't get called. So I was like, man, forget this. I'm going back home. So like that night we fly back. You know, everybody we fly back to San Jose, California. And then the next day, I get the call from Jerry Jones, 60th pick, and Drew Pearson like goes off on this rant. I don't know if it kind of went viral for a while. And yeah, I was picked by the Cowboys. So, you know, it was a great moment in my life, but definitely interesting 2 days to get there.
And it's honestly amazing that you're still in the NFL because, as we know, a lot of careers don't last long.
Yeah, and I'm thankful every day. You know, this job is not. It's like the best part-time job in the world. You know, we're basically live for 4 to 5 months, but we train all year. And then, you know, y'all obviously see the product on Sundays or Mondays or Thursdays, but, you know, a lot of work goes into it. And, you know, it's just like the perfect job that I've always imagined, perfect thing that, you know, I'm passionate about. I love football. I love being around the guys. And, you know, just the fact that I'm able to do it for this long and still being able to do it, you know, I'm hugely thankful for God, you know, allowing me to be in this place. So
yeah, that's amazing. What's the craziest interaction you've ever had with the fan? Because those Cowboy fans are like right or die. They don't play any games.
Yeah, craziest. I don't think I could say the crazy. No, I'm playing. Probably I wouldn't say the craziest, but an interesting one. Usually at signings, you know, people come up to you with stuff or like things to sign. Usually it's like a jersey or a hat. And this lady had like a Cheeto chain. Like she had a chain with like my jersey on it, and it had like it was my rookie year jersey was 33.
Yeah.
Or
yeah.
So she had the 33 on the chain. I was like, "Where'd you get that from?" Like, that's kind of dope. I might need one. But, yeah, so I ended up taking a picture with her. I actually think I have the picture, but yeah, I was like, dang, that was a little moment where I was kind of like, okay, I'm here, you know. And actually another moment that I'm thinking of right now was during Cowboys camp in Oxnard, California.
Yeah.
This lady was having all the players sign her arm, and she was gonna get it tattooed. Like she was gonna get the outline of the autographs tattooed in her arm. I was kind of nervous to do it, but I just did it. I don't know if she ever got it tattooed or not, but that was pretty crazy too.
Yeah, you guys have a lot of fans in California, like literally.
Yeah,
like
sure.
Especially in LA. LA, they love y'all. Like, yeah, like everywhere I go, even like a lot of my coworkers are like, yeah, I go through their workouts and their trainings in Oxnard. I'm like, dang.
Yeah, even when I first got drafted, that's when I realized how many Cowboy fans there were. I didn't know my dad was a Cowboy fan growing up. You know, my uncles, a lot of them were Cowboy fans. I'm like, dang. But I guess back then, like it was only like the Cowboys, Steelers, and Packers who played on TV. So by default, everybody like became Cowboy fans.
That makes sense. Well, how does it feel to be a San Jose legend?
Wow. Well, I mean, if people consider me a legend, that's cool. I feel like San Jose, just across the U.S., you know, I've been to obviously Colorado, and then now in Dallas. I've met a lot of people from different places, and not many people know San Jose. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'd be like, oh, I'm from California. Oh, you from LA? How that? I'm like, nah, I'm not from LA. I'm from the Bay Area. Oh, the Bay Area? What part? San Jose. Where? You know what I'm saying? It's like, you got to go through this, like, whole interview process to really know where San Jose is, like, to the rest of the world. But I think just because of that fact, that's why I take so much pride in San Jose, you know, the people and all the people that I know from there, and, you know, the people who helped me get to where I am now, because we're so, I don't know if it's disrespect or not known, whatever it is, but we all, the people who are from there, are so prideful about it. I think it's just real special that, you know, I'm able to represent that city.
You're getting a lot of love from people in the chat.
Oh, for I don't even see the chat.
Yeah. And thank you guys for being in this interview with us. Also, Another question. How much of an influence does Nigerian culture have on you?
Oh, that's the number one influence on me. I'll say number two. Number one is God. Number two is Nigerian culture because you've grown up in it. I've grown up in it. A lot of people that I know grown up in it. It's just like you go to school, but then as soon as you come home, like you get a taste of, Nigeria. Whether that's the discipline or the way you're supposed to respect or talk to your parents or elders, the way you're supposed to greet each other. Everything's just based around that in my upbringing. So now, as I go out into the world and different places, like I hold dear to that kind of stuff because it's made me who I am, and it's made me also different than other people. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like my uniqueness. That's what makes me unique, is that my parents brought me up this way, and I'm blessed to be Nigerian. I'm blessed to have Nigerian brothers and sisters, cousins, people who are family to me. You know what I'm saying? So, it means everything to me.
And I honestly think that it's very inspiring that you correct people with your name.
Yeah.
Growing up, we get scared because even with me, when people mess up my name, I would get scared. But very inspiring to see you do that, and the kids that are watching you now, they know. Okay, I don't have to be ashamed of my name. I can correct people and tell them.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, I was actually during the quarantine, I was thinking about it a lot. Like all these Italian or European designers like Balenciaga or Louis Vuitton, like they all learned how to say that. You know what I'm saying? And it became cool. What's not cool about Awuzie or Uwakwe, Nnamdi Chidobe Awuzie. You know what I'm saying? This could be that's cool too. And then when you find the meaning behind it, it's even cooler. So
exactly. So now you're making Black culture cool.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So that's what it really boils down to, is just really taking back who we are and being proud of it and not being ashamed of it, no matter what.
And it's amazing how humble you are too, especially with all the success you've reached. It's just like, what keeps you humble? What keeps you grounded?
Like I said, I think it's just my upbringing, really. My parents been everything to me. They've helped me. I talk to them about pretty much everything, every issue I've had, every blessing I've had. I always talk to my parents or my brother or my sister. And, I just have a real solid support system. Obviously my belief, my faith in God, I just can't be, I won't be shaken. I'm not going to ever become someone that I'm not supposed to be, I believe, because of the people around me. Won't let me, first off, and second off, I won't let myself, and I know God won't. So I think that's what keeps me humble.
So while you were in college, did you think you were going to make it to the NFL while you were finishing your degree?
Yeah. It was definitely like a dream / goal, but at the time I wasn't really focused on it because, at Colorado, we weren't that good. When I came to Colorado, they actually lost to Sacramento State. And this is like a Division I program versus Sacramento State. Like, you're supposed to beat them. So like that was the year before I came. Let me get that straight. It wasn't while I was there. But when I got there, we just weren't that good. And then obviously as a freshman, I had to find my way to get on the field. And I was blessed enough to, my freshman year play as a true freshman. And then, the next year we were all right. We still weren't that good. And then the year after that, we actually started, making some roles. We actually started competing with a lot of the teams that were good, the USCs, the UCLAs, the Stanfords. We started competing with them. And that kind of showed us that, they're no different than us. We're all athletes. We're all here. What's going to separate us apart? So, by the time my senior year came, the wins just started piling. And, the recognition started piling for all our players, a lot of our players. And I think that's when I really realized that, a lot of us on that team would have a chance to play in the NFL. Like, it was actually a reality. It was actually, now I have to, get an agent. Now I have to have a plan for, the draft or my training or my meal plans and all that stuff. That's when I started realizing really that, I kind of started looking in the future a little bit and just seeing that I had an opportunity to do that.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
So what do you love the most about having your training camp in San Jose for the little kids?
Oh, dang. I love just interacting with the community, and like I said, I'm so proud of being from San Jose. So anything I can do to give back, I'm always thankful. And excited for that opportunity. And obviously with COVID this year, we weren't able to do it. But the previous 2 years, it was really good. You know, we had 250 kids my first year. The second year, we had like 300. And it was done in my alma mater, Oak Grove. So, you know, everything was homegrown and everything was real authentic. And it was real fun. And I think hopefully with COVID and the vaccine or whatever, like if the world ever opens back up, you know, we're right back in San Jose, you know, trying to do good, trying to do camps, giveaways, whatever, you know, just to let the city know that I love it and I hope it loves me back.
That's perfect. So how does it feel playing football during COVID?
It's different. It's real different. The first game of the year was the first game I've ever played that had no fans, like none. And when I was hurt, I was able to see, obviously watch it on TV, and I realized that on TV you could hear like them pumping in fan noise, like they're pumping it in, and it kind of sounds like there's fans, but when you're actually out there, there's like no fans, so it's just dead quiet. Like at some points, if they're not playing music, like you could be talking and the other sideline can hear you, like it's that quiet. So it's football, but it's definitely better with fans. So
I can only imagine. What advice would you give to kids who want to be in the NFL?
The advice I would give to kids who want to be in the NFL, it could be a lot of advice, but my main advice would be to, once you set your mind to something, everything in your power, and you know it's something good. You know, if there's a will, there's a way. Just keep going. Never give up. Always study. Always look to someone who is doing it right. And you know, if you know what to do, do it. You know, if there's a distraction happening in your life or whatever, you know, and it's not aligned with your goal, don't do it. That's probably my biggest advice, because I know a lot of friends or people who I know who had that same dream, but something happened, you know, whatever it may be, something happened and they weren't able to fulfill that dream. So while you're in it, while you have a chance, go for it.
Exactly. And you know, right now with COVID, a lot of people are becoming depressed. What would you say something that helps you uplift your spirit?
Something that helps me uplift my spirit during these times, I would just say I have like I said, I have a solid foundation. You know, just being able to hop on the phone, or my mom being here, and then my dad's coming soon. You know, just always having love around me. You know, that's always been something that helped me stay strong in what I believe and my values and everything. So I would say mostly family.
Family, okay. I like it. Right.
Yeah.
So in general, what do you like to do during your free time?
Free time, I'm on sticks. I'm playing video games. Yeah, pretty basic, but I've actually haven't been playing as much, but obviously because of the season. But I like to play chess. I like to watch anime. I like to watch Netflix. I like to chill, you know, just different things. I actually started reading a little bit more too. So trying to be on my own, man. I actually just read The Alchemist.
Oh, okay. Did you like it?
It was real good. It was about, you know, finding your personal legend, it describes as. So I think it was real good during quarantine.
That's perfect. So what's your favorite movie?
Favorite movie? I'm really into old school gangster movies, so I'd probably say Goodfellas.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I just watched this movie called Legend on Netflix too. It was pretty good. So I like old school gangster movies.
And so, what's your favorite anime to watch?
The favorite anime that I watch would have to be One Piece. It's called One Piece. It's about, like, I don't want to describe it.
It's weird. It's weird. Are there any movies that you're looking forward to watching?
I'm just looking forward to the movie theater being back open. I always used to go to the movie theater. So
really,
yeah, like at least once every 2 weeks. I didn't really care which movie was out. I was gonna watch a movie because I just like the environment.
Exactly.
But, yeah, I mean, I'm just looking forward to the movie theater being back open.
Hopefully soon.
Yeah.
What's a fact that a lot of people don't know about you and that you don't mind sharing with us?
A fact that people don't know about me. Shoot. We talked about a lot during this interview. Let me think though.
You can dance. They
Huh?
should dance moves. You can dance.
I guess that's a fact. Yeah, I could definitely dance. I come from a family of dancers. My brother's really good at dancing. My cousin real good at dancing. My sister real good at dancing. My mom, dad. I'm probably the worst in the family, but I'm pretty good. But that's not actually bad because the people I'm going up against are pretty good. So yeah, I like to dance a lot.
So who's your favorite Nigerian artist? Burna Boy or Wizkid or Davido?
Gotta be Burna Boy. Oluwa Burna. No, I gotta be Burna Boy.
Okay, so who's your favorite rapper?
I kind of put Burna Boy in a different category, so I'll say my favorite rapper, probably Kendrick Lamar. Kendrick Lamar.
Mm-hmm. Okay. How about singer?
Singer. I think I might give that to Burna Boy. I'll just classify him as a singer, honestly. Yeah.
So, what's your favorite place? Because I know you've traveled around the world. Mm-hmm. So, what's your favorite places you've been to?
The favorite place I've been to, I've been to a few places, not too many, but I've been to Africa, obviously Nigeria. When I was sophomore in college, that was a great trip, and that would probably be number one until my sister took us to Thailand 2 years ago, and that was pretty fun. Man, we were older, we were all over 21, so we were able to travel by ourselves in a different country and bond as siblings. So I think that was probably the number one best trip I've been on.
That's amazing. What's the hardest thing about being in the NFL?
The hardest thing I would say is the cutthroat nature of it. One day you could have this teammate that you're talking to, and then all of a sudden he's gone. The same thing happened to me. You never know. Or a teammate could be traded. Just there's a lot of change. There's a lot of change that happens, and it's all because the goal is to be the best team possible. And that's not like the team isn't catered towards you; it's catered towards the team. So, whatever they think is the best way to be a better team, that's what they're going to do. So it's real cutthroat.
Wow. So, what do you do so you don't have anxiety attacks every time you're working?
Yeah, that's a good question. I guess just staying in the moment. You always gotta, every moment you gotta maximize. You gotta, be your best. You gotta be where you are. Not really think ahead. Don't think in the past. Just have a short-term memory if something happened bad. If something happened good, don't hang on it. Celebrate it for a little bit, but move on to the next moment and be the best in that moment. So I think it's just mastering those little moments that happen.
Where do you see yourself in 5 years from now?
In 5 years from now, I just talked about staying in the moment. Now you got me. No,
sorry, I know I'm joking.
5 years from now, I don't know. I just hope everybody is healthy. That's pretty much it. I just hope my health is good, my family health is good, my friends' health is good in 5 years. So.
Okay. So someone asked in the chat, what would you tell young Black athletes that want to be where you are?
Don't sell yourself short. Don't if there's a choice to chase your dream or to hang out with your friend or do something else, choose the one that aligns with who you want to be. Like you said, who you want to be in 5 years. You should, if you want to be a lawyer in 5 or 10 years, then start acting like a lawyer. If you want to be an athlete in 5 or 10 years, start preparing like an athlete. You just have to put yourself there before you actually are it, and then just approach your life in that way.
Do you think that also the group of people that you surround yourself with help with that or influence that?
Yeah, definitely. I think you're a product of your environment for sure. And I've had the same group of friends since I was like 11 years old all the way till now. You know what I'm saying? So that should tell you that. And
oh, do you sound? We can't hear you. Is the sound working?
Oh yeah, can you hear
me? Yeah.
Okay, my bad. My dad has just called, but yeah, like I said, a lot of the people I was friends with at 11, I'm friends with still now, and they're all on trying to do something with their lives, and we always talking about stuff that'll progress one another. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's very good to build a solid foundation, whether it's your family, friends, whatever it is. Like, surround yourself with people that make you better or make you smarter.
Perfect. So Sasha in the chat asked, "What's your favorite sneaker currently?"
My favorite sneaker?
Yes.
Sandals. Honestly, not all playing. I like sandals. I'm not gonna lie, but I would say I really like Air Forces. Yeah, Air Force Ones. A lot of people on the team that they always giving me crap for wearing so many Air Forces. I like, dang near all I wear is Air Forces. So probably Air Forces.
Okay, and who inspires you the most? Queen Scorpio asked in the chat.
Who inspires me the most? I'm trying to think of not giving a cliche answer, but I think it has to be cliche. Honestly, okay. Well, I would say it changes depending on the day, really. I find inspiration like in a lot of different people. Like if I hear a story, or if I hear how someone's doing something, and I'm not doing it, I'm like, why aren't I doing that? You know what I'm saying? So I think just daily interactions, I try to find inspiration. So that's the non-cliche answer. The cliche answer is probably my family.
That's perfect. And someone asked in the chat, "Are you a black or white Air Force lover?"
I'm a white Air Force lover.
Okay.
But I usually wear it, like you see, I wear all black, so I need to have the white Air Forces clean. Cause I don't know. I just usually wear white Air Forces. I got black Air Forces too, but I usually wear that with like different colors. I'm not a colorful person, so I usually just wear black, and I balance it out with the white Air Forces.
Okay. Chris asked, "What's your favorite thing about being from San Jose?"
The people, honestly, because if you talk to people from the city, they'll probably say the city dead because there's not much to do. But I think what makes the city dope is the people.
Yeah. Exactly. Queen Scorpio asked, "What's your favorite book?"
My favorite book, probably the one I just read, The Alchemist, because during that time with quarantine and everything, I hadn't picked up a book in so long that when I read The Alchemist, and it's kind of elementary, the messages in it, but at the same time it was the simple message that was so captivating to me. So probably The Alchemist.
Sweet and Humble asked, "Do you give back to your community?"
Yeah. I have a couple communities. So obviously the community in Nigeria, I've helped, in my direct village, I've helped with my direct family, I've helped people. Usually when people reach out to me, asking, I hope people don't reach, people are going to reach out to me now, but when people reach out to me, I actually do help, financially or whatever they're going through. So, yeah, I would say I give back.
If you had one superpower, what would that be?
My superpower would be to heal.
To heal what?
If someone's mentally disabled, I could heal them. If someone's broken leg, I could heal them. Basically being a servant of God, really, because that's God's job. And I think, yeah, that'd be dope.
That's perfect. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy schedule to do this interview. If there's anything else you want to say to the audience or to me before.
No, I'm just happy to be your first guest on Chats with Nova. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, thank you. And thank you for staying humble. We will always support you. I've got your back. Go hard for you.
Got you. Appreciate it. This is gonna be a great platform, and I'm happy to be on it.
Thank you. Just keep shining and know that God loves you. Everyone loves you. And you always have support.
Amen. Thank you.
All right. Bye, everybody.